It would help if I put us on the screen, wouldn't it? Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Toon Review, where tonight, of course, it is Ttr Friday, the perfect way to spend your opening day of the weekend, or just blending into the weekend like a nice piece of cheese and biscuits.
Indeed.
Billy, you've gone for the old green look tonight. Did you realise that the away strip has green in it, and could you see through you when you put your green screen on?
No, I didn't. I believe it or not, I was actually ahead of the game and took the green screen off, but I've got it behind me because
nice
it looks a shit tip behind me. But I've got to say thank you to Peter Guy and his wife Tanya for a really kind gesture in sending me the third shirt, because it didn't fit him and he didn't go through. He didn't want to go through the rigmarole of sending it back to Castore. He thought of me, sent it to me. Fantastic gesture. Thanks, Peter. Thank you, Tanya. Really appreciate it.
Big thanks to them. If you're wondering where Stato is, he's running a bit late. He will be with us in around 10 minutes or so. So he will not be missing the show, so don't worry about that. And of course, well, we've got to start with Nick Pope, haven't we? I mean, absolutely mental. I can't believe what actually happened. And it's just gone crazy. I mean, Danielle, obviously you're not on Twitter, but you still must have heard about it.
Good on Toon polls, that's what I say.
Yeah.
Like getting free McDonald's and stuff if Nick Pope keeps a clean sheet. Like, good on him.
I know.
Like that's my dream.
Yeah, free McDonald's breakfast
and a clean sheet. You know
and
what
a
I mean?
clean sheet. Yeah, Billy, it went a bit mad, didn't it?
Absolutely mental, wasn't it? It was hilarious, to be honest, and fantastic for us, really, the club, because it shines a nice light on us, doesn't it? All these big companies.
Finally, somebody's going to have to. Well, they're going to have to report some positivity from Newcastle United for once today, instead of the usual gunk that they come out with, to be honest. So it's really good. And it'd be funny for Nick Pope himself. I mean, I'm sure that he's getting ripped to bits off the rest of the squad. Just suddenly his name appears all over social media. And he's trending 19th in the States as well. So it's crazy. There you go. The power of social media is incredible. Sometimes it really is. So well done to everybody. Just having a look at some comments. Good evening, peeps, says Nikki. Hope all is well and everyone managed to stay cool. No. It's impossible. I've got the fan on again, beating down on me, blowing a gale force wind, and it's doing is blowing hot air in my face. So it's one of them things. But we complain that we never get a summer sometimes, and then we still complain, and then all hell breaks loose. But anybody looking forward to the winter?
I can't wait, me. Can't wait to do a snow angel in my garden, being honest.
It's going to be an expensive time, though, isn't it, with the heating and whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Well, I listened. Somebody on the radio this morning was talking about that, and they bought themselves an electric jacket. So they heat the jacket up and then just put the jacket on and the heat lasts in the jacket for around 3 to 4 hours. So they're just going to have that on instead of the heating.
I could do it for them for Dipsy, to be honest.
Yeah. But there you go. I mean, it's one of them things, isn't it? It's just, it's going to be crazy. And knowing how my family
we'll get through it.
I'm worried about Susan, really, because Susan, she has to have the house when it's winter. That house has to be tropical, right? I'm talking tropical. I'm talking parrots flying around,
like
monkeys swinging in the tree. You walk in and you think you're in bloody Dubai with 50-degree heat belting on you. So sometimes the winter, it's unreal. She's just texted me straight off the bat, and I'm not repeating it.
No. Susan.
She's a devil, I'm telling you. It's warm in County Durham, says Carlos. Good evening, Rachel. Hope you're well. Love to the mod squad as usual. Samsonite Dave, evening all. Hope life's treating you okay. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Evening, Carl. Trull says, yeah, a bit warm here today. Only 20 degrees C here by 9, though, so not too bad. Rachel's even getting on the Nick Pope. Dear me. Up the A1 evening, everyone. What a funny day. Nick Pope Day. Sitting with a cool beer waiting for this fab show. 30 in England. Yes, most of everywhere. Good evening, Glenn. Brendan says that a few good points, like it's the home of Black Sabbath and so many other good bands. Okay.
Not about Birmingham. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. Keith says, evening all. Looking forward to another great show tonight. Hopefully you've got some break and transfer news for us all to really get the weekend rocking. Well, the breaking news on the transfer front is there isn't any.
There's breaking news on the team news for tomorrow, apparently.
Oh.
Nick Pope, funny enough. I mean, I don't know what to do with this information because I don't know if I believe it or not, given that it's Nick Pope Day. But Keith Downey's tweeted out saying he's doubtful for tomorrow.
Yeah, I think he's jumping on the bandwagon, Danielle.
Right, okay. Well, I'm just saying it.
Send him to Lords. He'll be all right.
Well, yeah.
Send him where? Oh,
Lords.
Yeah,
not the cricket, obviously.
No, Lourdes. I know what Lourdes is. You know, I'm a good Catholic boy.
A good Catholic boy.
Absolutely.
You've got rhythm, Paul. You've got rhythm.
Yeah, don't start, Danielle. It's way too early in the show to get started.
Okay.
Just no.
I'll hold it in a bit more.
No. Yeah, exactly. Geordie Metal, good evening. Michael Ashby, evening, Toon Review family. Only one thing to say, Nick Pope. Evening, Dominic. Good evening, Gallagher Brown. Evening, Nick Pope. Me tomatoes are ripe, so that's good. Carlos, that's fantastic news.
I feel that way, to be fair.
Oh, my God.
Susan ripened my tomatoes earlier on.
Happy
birthday. Hey, happy Friday, Toon Review family. Hope we're all well. We are. Thank you very much. Dominic says, evening, Toon Review. What exciting times. Just love it nearly as much as this show. Apocalyptic Workshop. That always challenges me. Happy Friday, everyone. Evening, Mrs. Toon Review. Let's have a look. Paul Tully says, evening, everyone in the chat. Everyone's saying hello. Warm today. Got the fan blasting, says Glenn. Evening, Mark. Alex says, hey, finally getting to watch one live. Buzzing he is. Good afternoon, says James from the Cayman Islands. I wonder what the Cayman Islands were named after. Is that because they've got a lot of Cayman crocodiles walking about or something? Just
possible.
I mean, I'm no Attenborough, so I have no idea. You know what I mean? But Apocalyptic is sweating like Ronaldo waiting for a transfer. I'm not sure whether he's sweating on it yet, to be honest. Keith Dice, thank you for your $10 super chat. He says 1-0 tomorrow with Miggy the goal scorer. Listen, I'd say any win will do. Any win will do.
The songs have started.
Yeah, we're only 8 minutes in, and there you go. I've got Billy bopping his head.
Close my eyes.
Sorry?
Do back the curtain.
I'm closing my eyes.
Don't forget to draw back the curtains, as Danielle says, yes. But be certain, Billy. What you thought you knew, you might not. Good evening to the Pope Review. I mean, Toon Review. Jason says, evening all, Toon Review family. Colin, good evening. Hope you're well. Jim, good evening. My, Castoria, says Tony. I don't really want to talk about Castoria, to be honest. But, Adam says, green screen, Billy. No, there's a reason why Billy's green screen is not on. And we've explained that. You know, it's because Billy is also wearing green. And if he put the green screen on, as I found out the other week when I put my third kit on, it goes right through you like an X-ray. You don't want them kind of vibes. You don't want...
You have a Sinclair?
Yeah. But you don't want that. You just don't. Good evening, Phil. Hope you're well. James says, looks like Dieng is going to Fulham. Yeah, Fulham have brought some interest into it as well. We'll just have to wait and see. Anyone just seen Downey's tweet about Pope being a possible doubt? I don't think anything needs to be said about that, to be honest. I really think he's just jumping on the bandwagon and the Nick Pope stuff. It just seems too coincidental. It really does. That's my humble opinion. But if I sit here tomorrow and doing the commentary on the game and he's not playing, then Keith Downey, I bow down to you and apologise. Len Butler, thank you very much for your £20 super chat. Much appreciated, my friend. And he says just Nick Pope. He's still trending on. Isn't it? Yeah, well, still trending. Carlos says that's just changing that round to English language. That shirt suits you, Billy. Good evening, DS. Love the new top, Billy, says Glenn. Evening, guys. I found out that Dan Byrne was my second cousin, once removed, the other day. The height must have gone to that side of the family. Without a shadow of a doubt. In fact, all of it went to Dan Byrne, to be honest. All of the height within his family. Good evening, Matt. Hope you're well. Cameron says Nick Pope is injured. Listen, until the club say he's injured, bollocks.
And if he is injured, we've got Dubravka.
Exactly. So it's, I'm not particularly panicking, but it just seems to be too coincidental. Too much of a coincidence. Hello, and I am happy to be home, says J.K. Johnson. Wilson hat-trick tomorrow, says Adam.
Love it.
She'd love it. Love it. Love it. Burger King and Mackie D's getting involved. Mackems will be fuming that they have to boycott both. Keith Downey tweet, Nick Pope likely to be out. Don't know if he's trolling. Come on, guys.
I can see why.
It said they would get free tickets if Pope keeps a clean sheet.
She's brilliant and good on Toon polls.
Yeah, and I really do hope we get a clean sheet, to be honest. It would be very nice. Toon Dave, thank you for your £2 super chat. Really appreciate that. Friday, unbelievable class this today. I mean, some of the stuff I saw, Danielle, the home place, putting out Nick Pope Puri was a classic, an absolute belter. Nick Pope Puri, just brilliant. Some of them have been absolutely, the likes of EasyJet getting involved, doing a poll saying Nick Pope or the middle seat, and Nick Pope winning that one. Equality Street, Domino's, they've all been involved in it. It's bizarre. I knew nothing about it till Alex rang me, to be honest. He texted me saying, TTR emergency, ring me. And I thought, what the hell?
Yeah, he left a voice note in our chat.
And then he left a big voice note on the chat, didn't he? And
I thought something was breaking. I was like, what's happening?
Yeah, I thought that as well.
But hey, equally entertaining.
Absolutely. But I thought it was a certain, James Madison or a certain Brazilian who plays for Leon.
Never mind. Still plenty of time.
Yeah, was disappointed.
Oh.
Tangy says, Man United third kit is green. Where is the controversy? I tweeted a picture of it to you, Paul, at the Toon Review, but yes, you did, matey. There is no controversy. It's just a load of bollocks, to be honest.
We've had green kits before, haven't we? We've had two I can think of.
Yeah. Simon says, do you think the Brighton keeper will play nice with Wilson tomorrow and not rugby tackle him like last season?
Nah.
It's a strange one, Sanchez, isn't he? He's got that bit in him, hasn't he? That bit of lunacy in him.
Yeah, but let's hope he does, because I think
as long as he doesn't injure him.
If there's an injury tomorrow, Callum Wilson, I'm like leaving the country.
Wow,
because the meltdown will be like, honestly, it'll be something like we've never seen before.
Yes,
given the transfer situation. So yes, I'll be away.
Roy has a little rant.
Ooh.
Please allow my rant. This has really been hacking me off. Has someone questioned why it's okay for Sky to bid for and win broadcasting rights for this weekend's AJ fight in Saudi? Because I tell you why, Roy. They're hypocritical, right? The lot of them are just a bunch of hypocrites. If it's not involving Newcastle, it's fine to do. And it's going to be like that for the foreseeable future. There's no doubt about that. If it's not the black and whites of Newcastle United, then everything is kosher. It is fine to do what you want. It is fine to put the fight on in Saudi. It is fine for Sky to bid millions of pounds, pumping money into Saudi Arabia and things like that. It's fine. But if it's Newcastle United, no. We're not allowed. We're not allowed.
I mean, they're quite happy to show the Grand Prix from there. They've showed golf tournaments from there. As soon as we're involved, it's the worst place in the world, and
indeed,
nonsense.
Yep. What do you think of the kit against Brighton? I, for one, absolutely love it, says Colin. Yes, it's very nice. And, of course, it has sold out now online.
I don't think I'd buy it.
You wouldn't?
No, I don't really like the colour. Just my opinion. I love the concept of the bridges on the front, and I think that's very apt. But I just don't like the colour. That's all.
Yeah, well, you're the first person that I've actually heard say that. To be honest, everybody else.
If I saw it up close, I might change my mind. But from the picture, I just don't like the colour.
Yeah, fair enough. Beats says, has anyone seen Man United's third kit? Lime green, absolute dog shit of a strip. Danielle?
No, I haven't. There's the answer to that question. I haven't seen it at all. What are you laughing at?
Oh dear me! I like lime green as a colour, but only because I like chocolate lime sweets.
I love chocolate lime sweets.
Oh, I don't.
Me too.
Nah.
I
sorry.
just love lime generally.
No.
Lovely.
Awful. Gary says, question for Danielle. Is she on Facebook? If so, why is she not on the Toon Review Facebook group? Just asking, that's all.
Nope, not on Facebook, not on Twitter. Can't
There
be
you
bothered
go.
with social media nonsense. No
There
offense.
is your answer, Gary. Angelica says, I had a funeral today. He was a massive Man U fan. I came back home and put my Toon top on to even me out. They told me to wear red. I said no. I think Danielle would do the same, probably. In fact, we don't comment. The same. Yeah. Alan says thunderstorms next week. Yeah, I've seen the forecast. I think it'll do clear the air, though, as they say. Clear the air.
There'll be a bit of blue pill going on in my house, I tell you.
I'm sorry?
A bit of blue pill. Take me dancing naked in the rain.
Yeah.
No. Considering I thought you said blue pill, as in.
Listen, I wouldn't stiffen up the things in here. There's no doubt about it.
No. It's winter in Oz, says Matthew, and I can't wait till summer. Yeah, but your winters are still 20-odd degrees. I mean, come on.
I wouldn't call it winter.
Nah. Glenn says, I hate cold weather. Shorts on, fan on, sorted in this weather. Rachel's loving it. Water bottle like the Victorian times. Paul says, good evening to all Toon Review. Nice way to start the weekend. Indeed it is, Paul. Good evening, Francisco. Hope you're well. Evening, Toon Review family. Ready for a happy time tonight. Cool thing about Pope. Anybody still thinks there hasn't been a change at the club going viral for fun things? It's not bad stuff.
It's not.
Here.
Yeah, even changed that bio on Twitter, didn't
exactly,
it?
just simply to Nick Pope. You wouldn't have found the previous regime doing that.
No.
Russell says, hot water bottle, be humble.
That's for the winter, ain't it? Yeah, I think hot water bottles and candles could be the order of the day. The way things are going.
Absolutely.
Yeah, candles, dear God.
Spacebar said windy up torches.
Oh God, yes, I remember that. Well, they're still around, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm getting one.
Yeah. Good evening, Neil. David says my missus has it like a concert blast furnace. Yes. Yep, that's exactly what Susan's like. It's just incredible in the winter. You want to lose a stone in weight within a few hours? Head to Susan's in the winter.
I'll be round.
Yeah. Jock says, evening all. 3 fans on in front room. Sod the Lecky Bill. Len says, yeah. I bet Graham Souness has been desperately trying to find a negative spin on the Nick Pope thing all afternoon.
No, Graham Souness won't have to look far to find a negative thing on anything to do with the Pope. Let's be honest.
Yes. Billy, is that a dig at Catholic Church again?
No, it's Graham Souness. He's a massive Rangers man, isn't he?
Oh, I see. Okay. Right, I'll let you off. Just that Danielle, slated Catholics before. And
hang on. I'm a Catholic.
You're a Catholic, my arse.
I am.
Dear God.
I went to an all-girls school run by nuns.
Do you go to church?
Yeah.
I
don't. Now I don't. But I did. I used to be marched to church every Sunday.
Yeah, I did as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Used to do readings.
Oh. I used to be an altar boy.
Oh, did you?
Did you know?
And in the choir. Billy, don't even go there. Don't. Bite your tongue and bite your lip. And if you have to cut your lip open by biting it, then that's the choice you take. Stephen Kirkpatrick, thank you for becoming a new member of the channel. Welcome to Members Club, my friend. Thank you very much. Good evening, Stu. Hope you're well. Tom says, I think Keith Downey's having a laugh. Indeed, I do as well. Hopefully. I really do. Because hi, Paul, Danielle, and Billy C. Stato is spreading his wings on True Faith. Yeah, he does help out with True Faith on the podcast. He told me ages about it. He's going nowhere. He's just doing a bit of extra for True Faith.
He's got 100%. No choice once you're in.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Glenn says, "Fuck the Lecky companies. Let's go mental and run 10 fans each." Julie says, "I'm sure a Burger King Chicken Royale will sort Nick Pope out and he'll play tomorrow." Well, there is calls. So. Yeah, there is calls for Burger King to change the name of a burger into something like the Nick Pope for a short term. I'd buy a Nick Pope. Bowman of Walker are having a memorial shoot for Dave tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Brilliant.
Yeah, they are. It should be fantastic.
You'll be watching.
Yep. 30 degrees here in Brighton. Yeah, they're going to have water breaks for the players tomorrow, I believe. So,
just hope Nick Pope doesn't turn it into wine.
Billy, I mean, what is it that you have for your tea on Friday nights? I mean,
I love Friday nights, me. I love them.
We're not even 25 minutes in, and you've come out with you've insulted Catholics. You've started a religious war.
Graham Souness did, not me.
Okay,
I would never be like that. I'm not a sectarian in the slightest.
Johnny Howie Man says, "How's the cold today, Paul? You haven't mentioned it yet." Well, as you know, I don't mention my illness, ailments, I should say. It's fine. It's fine. Susan did, force me to have an antihistamine earlier on because she's convinced it's hay fever. I disagree, but it is. You battle on with these things, man flu, COVID, whatever it is. I battle through it. Any comment to make on that, Danielle?
Nothing.
We've got Billy. Did you start that comment?
Yeah, because I think it could be comment of the week, mate. We were looking for one earlier, and I think I just found it hilarious. That's crap.
Burger King had a burger in memory of Steve Bruce, the Whopper.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's not a bad one, actually. That's not a bad one. It was discovered by Spain. Original name was Cayman Islands. Okay. Cayman are the islands. Cayman are the crow. Okay, it's spelled differently. Whatever. Jesus Christ. Peter says, good evening, all. Looking forward to another great show. Tom says the Cayman Islands were named due to the caimans that were found there.
There you go. So Tom's always the man on the case.
So am I not correct with that? Is that not what I said?
I think so.
Indeed. Rachel says, hope you enjoyed London, Paul. I did. A small story with that was that I unfortunately stepped off the train and as soon as I stepped off the train at King's Cross, I felt something like an elastic band pop, what I can only describe as a popping feeling in my left calf muscle. So I was, to say I was in pain is quite the understatement. Ben thought it was quite funny because, I had to walk around with a huge backpack on the whole time and walk around London for miles on end. So, it was one of those where it was extremely painful, but I still don't know what I did to it. That's the thing. But it was, listen, it was red hot, man. I mean, it was hot. But Ben loved it, and that was the main thing for me.
That's amazing.
Exactly. Hamley's toy shop did cost me a little bit of money, I have to say. Very expensive in there. A model bus, right? A Corgi model bus. Okay. How much do you reckon?
How big are we looking? Is it just a little dinky one, like that sort of size, or?
What size, Billy?
Is it just like a dinky toy, or?
Yeah.
I'm going to say 15 quid.
Danielle?
20
Would you like 20 quid? Alex, good evening.
60 quid.
60 quid. Well, I'd like to tell you that Alex is the closest. It was £47.
What? Was it made of gold?
Well, you'd like to think it was, and I'd like to think it was, but it wasn't. But Ben ended up getting a bucket hat, which he loved to keep the sun off his head, and I got a black and white cap. Here's a photo. That was on the underground Piccadilly Circus in the but we came across the street. In fact, I've transferred that photo across as well because I sent Susan a photo of this and I just basically put London because to say that Ben was a little alarmed at what he saw was an understatement. I'm just going to dig out the photo now because I think it's absolutely hilarious. And this is obviously the norm in London. This goes on all the time. And people on the tube just, they don't bat an eyelid at it. They really don't. They don't sort of, they don't look, they don't stare, they don't think, oh, that's a bit weird. People just get on with daily lives in London because there is that sort of, just life goes on, if you know what I mean. It just, nobody bats an eyelid. But I thought these two should have been in the circus. And Ben did actually think that at one stage they were clowns because, the way they kind of looked at him and the way they were talking to each other was very strange. And Ben got it's coming shortly. Here we go. Sitting directly opposite us on the underground and nobody batting an eyelid.
Well,
I like his hair.
Listen, his hair was bronze, man. It was bronze.
Nicer.
But you know what? Everyone to themselves, and they were chatting away to each other, and they seemed like really cool guys, to be honest. I just thought, this is London. This is what it's all about. And the fact is, you could get people. The sad thing is, you can get people dressed like that, and we've seen it on the metro up here, and getting into people abusing them and getting into all sorts of trouble and stuff like that. But London, it just seems to,
be chilled.
That reminded me of a podcast I watched last night. That picture.
Yeah.
Nice shirt, by the way, Billy.
Cheers, Alex. I've got a sense of myself then to move on.
I'm good, thank you. I'm
Danielle's
good.
Crying now because of you, Billy.
Yeah, apologies for the lateness.
Yeah, that's all right. We're getting used to that now with you.
Well, I was. Well, this is twice. I was hit. It's Fridays. It's Fridays. It's because I've just returned to the UK, and a lot of family members want to see me after work on a Friday, and it's quite hard to get home on time.
That's okay.
But yes, so for everybody who honestly, I had about 15 people message me last week asking, why was I late and is everything okay? I'm fine, honestly, guys. I appreciate the concern, but I'm good. I'm good, honestly.
Thomas, I'll take offense to this comment. You battle through it, Paul, but your finest tool has always been to moan about it while battling. And he's a mod. Can you believe that? Absolutely shocking. Tony saying, poor Paul. Listen, I'm fine. No, I don't want sympathy tonight. I'm fine.
How's your calf now, though? Is it still hurting?
It's a little bit tender, Billy, I must admit. Yeah.
Is it hard to walk, or?
No, I'm walking on it. Don't worry. I'm fine. I'm fine.
You soldier on, my man.
Thank you. Billy, if I didn't know you better, I think you've been a sarcastic twat there. But
no, I popped a calf myself once. It's a real.
How did you pop your calf, Billy?
Believe it or not, I was running up a bank next to the Rico Arena, and it just popped halfway up.
Wow!
Nobody runs to the Rico Arena. Let's be.
I was running away from it towards the shop.
Right. That makes more sense. Running away from the Rico, yeah. Steve Bruce wasn't just a whopper; he was a whopper with lies. Ooh, yeah. Anyone ever ordered a shirt from DHgate? I just ordered one. Probably receive a Sunderland one.
I have.
Yeah. in fact, I've seen someone giving away prizes of DHgate shirts, which staggers me. Guess I'm being fired now. No, you're not, Thomas. We can all have a good laugh.
Again.
Yes. Oven Chip says, why do priests have sex with altar boys? Otherwise, they would be getting none. Oh. It's Friday again.
In Britain, so it's fine. That joke's okay.
Yeah. I'm sleeping with a freezer block stuffed in a pillowcase tonight, says Seth.
Good idea.
You enjoy that. Paul says, great to hear about Eddie going through some of the history of the club. Good way to further inspire the players. That was brilliant, wasn't it, Danielle? The fact that he's teaching them about Kevin Keegan and the 90s and, what a club it was and how much we can get back to that.
I think it's really important for them to capture like the spirit and the passion around the club and where we've come from, and just to get that extra connection and understanding of the fans and why we are the way we are. It's perfect. I mean, honestly, every week we say something else that's like, from the manager's guide, isn't it, of how we should manage a team. Like, he's absolutely fantastic in every single way. Love him.
Yep, absolutely. Great to hear, Billy. Yeah.
Well, if you need anyone to inspire you, it's Kevin Keegan and his team, isn't it? It's inspirational just to watch it and listen to him speak. I couldn't think of anything better. And Sir Bobby also, all that era from kind of 1992 onwards, give or take a couple of years through to 2004 was fantastic. These players, if they can kind of replicate that, went for a great ride. So, yeah, very inspirational.
Ash, sod off. Glenn says, no, Paul, you said, I wonder if that's why the Crocs are called Cayman, because they are from there. It's the other way around. Well, that's what I said. Jason says, you didn't buy another Rolex, did you, Paul? No, that was in New York, not London. And I simply bought it in New York because I'd seen too many films of people wearing long Macs and turning up with suitcases. I just did what he said. I would have bought them all had he asked me to. But it wasn't too bad. It might have been your garter snapping, Paul. Why?
I don't know.
Tom says it's been ages since I've had a mooch in London. Might try and get down at some point. I really enjoyed it. I mean, obviously, just stay to the touristy places, which is really good. I mean, it's great, and I must give a big shout out as well, because Ben managed to. Well, it's sort of a dream for Ben, I guess. It was, going down on the train was fantastic for him. And then Josh Thornton, big shout out to you, matey. He works at Victoria Station in the control room. So when we got down there, we headed there, and he showed Ben around the control room and sat him at the desk. He made him a customer services badge and all sorts of stuff. And then obviously helped me get around London on the underground, tell me where to get off and get on and get back to King's Cross safely. So massive shout out to him. Thank you so much for what you did. It was really, really kind.
Well done.
Brilliant.
Charlie said, wait till the train stops. It might help. Michael says, can I just say the Friday's episode is highlight of the week's shows. Laugh along to you all. Absolutely brilliant. Blooming love this show, says Michael. Well, it seems like the show has suddenly sort of spin around a little bit towards just abusing the host. No idea how that started. In fact, I do. It was Alex.
Hey, don't come for Alex. He's not done that.
I was just going to say, next time you do a London trip, you'll have to get on the Birmingham to Euston line, and because that goes past Billy and me, so we'll have to all. But no,
I know. Obviously.
I can't go on that line, Alex, because I get on and it goes straight to King's Cross. It's the East Coast main
it's like
line.
a funny. Okay.
I mean, King's Cross isn't far from Euston, is it? It's one stop on the tube, isn't it? King's Cross.
It is, yeah, but I don't want to go up that way.
Oh.
No, I mean
9 3/4 is, to be fair.
Well, fair enough. I don't care. Thought I'd gone back to Y2K there, Tom. JT says, evening all, just joined. Hope you're well. Well, we were until these lot started again. Colin says, oh my God, that pic, what is going on? Was that Rod Stewart? Who were they talking about? Oh, yeah.
People on
Rod Stewart. Actually, did look a bit like Rod Stewart, yeah.
I was thinking,
wasn't there a comment? You what, Billy?
I was thinking more Russ Abbott.
Yeah.
When
I
he's
remember
not
that
Scottish
advert. Yeah, Russ Abbott's advert was the best one for me when he took the. Who was the singer? Des O'Connor, I think, wasn't it? Chucked it in the river and all the fish jumped out.
Yeah.
Larry says you haven't seen nothing until you come to San Francisco.
Love to go to San Francisco. What a city.
Yeah, a bit hilly though, isn't it?
Yeah, but make sure you wear your flowers in your hair if you do go.
Yes.
Charlie says, "Oi, non-binary." Excuse me, but I wasn't slagging them off. I just said it's nice to see that everybody.
But they might not be that. They could be whatever.
They might just like dressing how they dress. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's and here is the man of all Toon channels, trust for player info, the man with the glasses and spreadsheets, the one, the only Stato.
I took my glasses off. Sorry.
Yeah,
I kind of took the thunder out of your comment.
Friday night. That's why.
Yeah, bought a new pair
on a Friday, Alex.
It's because I was running back into the house to get here, so my glasses steamed up.
Yeah, I got 2 pairs of Converse glasses, which are really nice, and some shades to drive in because at the minute I can't wear sunglasses when I'm driving because I don't have prescription sunglasses. So I must sort that.
Use a prescription as well. I've sorted them out.
Yeah, well, I've sorted mine out, so I'm getting them in hopefully sooner rather than later. Just
I bumped into in the opticians today.
Kevin Keegan.
Everybody.
Paul looks so disappointed. They're steaming up again. I can't. It's too hot.
Larry says Billy with orange hair would be mint.
Well, you could just take the orange out and put hair. Billy with hair would be mint, to be fair.
Well, yeah, I was thinking the same thing for me, Billy, to be quite honest. That photo could have been 2 well-known footballers, says Roy. Anthony Gordon. Yeah.
Jack Colback.
Yeah. Rossi says, I see they're making a sequel of the film too. Popes, when one gets kidnapped, it's called Nick Pope. Oh, dear. Toon Barmy says, maybe if Jack Black did a Roy Stewart impression. I don't know. I use the bus and metro quite a bit, and you see people dressed in all sorts. It's fine, and people don't say anything. Well, yeah, but sometimes it can be. You know, we've heard of horrendous incidents in metro stations. Question is, how many drugs do you have to be on to design those trousers to begin with, says Dan. Well, listen, everyone has their own fashion sense, and that was fashion. You're forgetting it's London. It's very cosmopolitan. It's very everything. Stefan says Newcastle under 21 need signings. Also, we need to find the new. Who?
Joe Gelhardt.
Who?
Joe Gelhardt.
Okay. Like Leeds taking 1 youth players to the academy. Well, we've signed loads of kids over the summer. I don't know whether you've kept an eye on the news, Stefan, but we've got 7 or 8 in, all youngsters, which is very exciting.
Signed Jude.
We have, yeah. Collins has got no hair, completely bald, but his hair is same color as my beard. Ginger Ninja. Okay. Deborah says, what are the Mackems going to do about their free season tickets with a Happy Meal now if Mackie D's back Nick Pope? Oh, they'll be crying. They'll be crying in the cheesy chips tonight. There's no doubt about it. The McDonald's have turned on them. Not like Paul to mention an injury or cold. Oh, yeah. Kiss my ass. The DHgate shirts are only £10. Thought I'd give it a shot. Fine. Tom says, I hurt my leg once, had a bit of pain, said I was fine for 2 weeks, even walked to and from the match from Heaton. Wouldn't get better. Turned out I'd broke my leg.
Bloody hell, Tom.
Wow.
No, see, he's just usurped your brave soldier up there, Paul.
Well, absolutely. But listen, you cheeky twat, right? I just had a bad muscle, right?
We've all had them.
Right, I'll be seeing you.
Good singer in his day. He was. I'll be seeing you.
I can't even cope.
Anyway, I've got a competition for tonight for you 3.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, it was quite a topical one as well. Come back.
He's just going to leave us.
I apologise.
That's all
I mean, he
right.
knows
I
I can talk
need-
all night, so I can just segue on Nick Pope if he really wants me to.
Mhm.
I can
Yeah.
just go. Oh, there we go.
back.
See, I knew that would bring him straight back.
Lisa's who's giving away the DH Gate shirts? The clowns from the podcast. Do you think Amazon will make an all or nothing series about Newcastle?
They'd be fools
No.
not to. Let's be honest.
I don't think they will.
Oh, I don't know, Danielle. I think they might because of the way it's
But they better
perfect.
be bloody quick if they're going to do it.
Well, not this season they won't, but it's
Well,
probably
I
next
know.
season will be the perfect time to do it, won't they? Like the rising phoenix from the flames is probably the best one they'll get out of the lot of them.
Yeah, it'd be the most interesting one because of the nature of transitioning. Whereas the Tottenham and Arsenal are both kind of top four, not top four. Whereas we've gone from, trying not to get relegated to trying to push for trophies. It's a bigger story. There's a bigger scope there. So it would be far more interesting, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Lisa's, I got a DH Gate shirt last season. Lasts about 3 washes. Well, 2 because Danielle washed it.
Don't start. You're just downstairs.
That's
Alex,
2
me
nights in a row.
and you next. He's going around the room here, isn't he?
He is. Carlos is out of character, Jules. Must be the antihistamine. What the hell? Tom says it's a brilliant thing to do. It's important the players we have know who we were and what we can become.
Absolutely,
Yeah, I
Tom.
think
Well
that's why he's
said.
done it, to be honest.
Mhm.
Mason says, I went over my foot in Manchester City Centre and I was in agony walking around Manchester all day. Turned out I pulled my ligaments and broke a bone.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Not as good as Tom. Mike, is
Lisa,
it?
Nick Pope has just tweeted Nick Pope.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, he's confused. Apparently, there's a politician called Nick.
There is a
Pope who's also
politician.
very
He used to
confused.
work for the... No, there's another Nick Pope who used to work for the UK government.
And he's really confused why it's trending.
Yeah, he's got about
funny.
81,000 followers on Twitter, and he's tweeted out that he doesn't understand what's going on.
Brilliant.
Which is a little bit weird, I have to say. Winnie Wynn says, Paul, do you want to show some more photos of freaks so we as Newcastle fans can judge? They're not freaks at all. They're just normal people. Thank you very much. Andrews has just tuned in at work and they're all picking on you, Paul. Thank you very much.
Andrew, don't give him any sympathy, please.
Yeah. Mark says, was it not your suspender belt snapping, Paul? Ken says, Billy Trey has a genuine wicked sense of humour, total class act.
Thank you, Ken.
Indeed.
Not to be appreciated.
Francisco says not to pull a Stato, but Crocs are not the same as Caymans. I don't give a shit, to be honest.
Very true.
Can't say no on here.
I wouldn't want one as a pet, to be fair, would you? I wouldn't want a caiman or an alligator or a crocodile as a pet.
No.
No. Well, I would in a minute because I'd feed you to the fecker. Wacky says long awkward journeys for footy fans this weekend with strikes all weekend by a lot of train operators. Yeah, there is a lot have gone down today,
But
to be
at the
fair.
same time, they should be paid fairly. So
It's very annoying that they're targeting football, though. They are targeting people in similar situations to themselves.
I get that.
Instead of
However,
targeting the people,
Well, yeah, but
the
they
elite
want to
don't
make a
ride the
big
train, do
statement.
they?
They're going to target the football fans. I mean, it's a bigger statement when a lot of people travel on a Saturday to go to the matches. You know, it makes sense for them to do it then. Michael says, one other thing, Paul. I am 6'8" tall, Bonnie lad. So you will make a change of looking up to someone instead of looking down.
Ooh.
Well, kiss my ass, Michael. Ash said, I saw that coming, Billy, or did I? V says, glasses off, let your hair down. Sounds like my bedtime. Yeah. Lisa's Billy's dad jokes are the best. Oh, God forsake Lisa says anything bad about Billy, because Billy's just so fucking wonderful. Stevie T says, has Alex invested in a new camera? We can see his face now instead of a blinding glare. Paul, you can decide if that is an improvement.
I tell you what, I'm really annoyed because you're right, but it's not what you think. I have a good camera right here, and I'm not using it. I'm using the default laptop camera, and it seems to be a lot better, which is really concerning because this is supposedly better. So
that's a webcam, though, Alex. It's pants. Webcams are pants.
It was a very expensive one, so I think I'll just go with the default one because it seems to be better. A few people have said the same, so this is the default
camera there. To be
camera.
fair, Alex, which you could live stream off, but
I don't know how. I do have a camera here, but I don't know how to live stream from it. So,
well, you see, if one just asks, one would try and help, but you've blew that opportunity already.
Why
now
are you
because
saying one? Because you've been to London.
No, I feel like I have to talk like that to Alex. Queen's English, darling.
But one. Why has one blown one's opportunity? Can one?
Because
not
one
ask
has been a simple
post-show?
twatterson tonight, along with one's other pals. Rachel says I walked around for a week on a fractured leg.
Bloody hell, Rachel.
What is it with you lot?
Wow.
Stop walking around on broken legs. Go to the doctor if you're not sure.
Indeed, there seems to be a lot of people just seem to walk along on. Geordie Howieman says, love how the Friday show turns into carry-on films. Lots of innuendos. Lee says the show's better now. Billy, take over. You cheeky kid. Keith Downey reporting Pope is down for tomorrow. It's a joke.
Let's hope.
Geordie says McDonald's have announced that they are creating a new burger called the McDub, named after Dubravka, since Burger King love Nick Pope. Fair enough. Paul, don't rush off. You might pull a muscle. Only joking. Love you, man. I may cry. Wacky Angler says, I was waiting for Paul to come back on screen with maxi-style bandages on.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Ew, would it?
Gucci headband.
Foxy says, Pope now. Oh, nick off, man. No, he's not Foxy. Geordie says, I couldn't see Eddie Howe wanting an Amazon All or Nothing show based on Newcastle. The only benefit from it will be money to help towards FFP. Lee says, don't know if Danielle knows this, but I broke my ankle playing for North Shields and scored the winner.
Oh, you never mention it.
No, I bet he doesn't.
Never mentions it.
But he'll be struggling with our next team, because I'm going to break both the feckers. Toon Barmy says, I shaved badly the other day and my hat kept falling off. Turns out I chopped my head off. Oh, dear. The political Nick Pope, I think, was the Minister for Agriculture. One of them was aliens, though. Some about UFOs. And even all fuming, only had a 5-minute nap from 4 p.m. until now. Missed the first half. I look so forward to each episode. You're all doing amazing. Thank you, but you won't see these three anymore after tonight.
Man.
They're all
being sacked again, are we?
John Sinclair did that last night, by all accounts, as well. He fell asleep and missed the first 15 minutes.
He did actually, yes, and blamed it on technical problems.
Technical issues.
Technical issues. Or fell asleep.
Sticky pillow.
No, Billy.
No, I don't mean sticky in that, man. I meant sticky as he couldn't get his head off it.
Yeah, all right. Wacky says some train drivers are on quite a lot of money. Some are on like 65k a year.
Yeah, but the conductors aren't, and the people who keep you safe on the trains aren't.
The drivers don't keep you safe?
Stop twisting me words. But like,
would be a bit buggered without them, Danielle, considering they stop and go.
Listen, I was in an accident on a train when somebody decided to lie on the tracks. And it was the conductors that helped everybody out on that train when that happened. So it's not just the driver.
Did they get him off, or I'm off the tracks?
No. Surprisingly, Billy, no.
So he died, this lad?
Yes. So, yes. Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even making a joke.
Thank you for watching the Toon Review. It's been a pleasure doing YouTube for the last couple of years.
Wasn't? You can tell when he's making a joke.
Yeah. Royston says, Paul, it could have been the mankini ripping that you've been trying to hide that made the noise stepping off the... What mankini have I been wanting to hide? Do you know you can all go
It's all coming out tonight, isn't it? It's all coming out.
Andrew says the default cam makes Alex look taller. What? What did I miss there?
Apparently I'm taller.
Yeah. That's not what you said, though. I can go watch it back, Alex. Don't worry. Yeah. Apocalyptic Workshop says you can live stream off a GoPro 10 or a Sony ZV-1. I'm using the Sony ZV-1. It's brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic. I am looking at possibly getting a GoPro 10 to do the vlogs at the ground, because it's a lot smaller than my phone, and it's fantastic. So I am actually going to have a look at the GoPro 10. Or if GoPro watching, they want to send me one to try out.
Well, you've got a GoPro.
Sorry?
Well, you've got a GoPro.
Yeah, but it's not the Hero 10, is it?
Well, I don't know. It's just like a little thing.
Well, yes, they're all little, Danielle.
But I don't
Are you
know
talking
about
about
stuff like
GoPro,
this.
Lee?
What? I wouldn't.
Are you
Don't.
talking about the GoPro, Lee?
No, we're not going on
I think
about
we've
the
established. I think we've
12
established last
feet.
night that's not the case.
Well, he's clearly not 12 feet, judging by the size that Danielle's just given on the screen there.
Oh, stop trying to twist it. It's not going to
Well,
work.
you see. So, yeah, GoPro, if you're watching, I'd love to try out the 10 and give some feedback on it. Or if anyone out there indeed has a GoPro 10 that they don't need anymore and would like to donate it to the channel, hey, email me, please. Glenn says, one does not like when one talks posh, one does not. Tony says, one has purchased shitty webcam. Yes, Alex.
Apparently so, yeah.
Indeed. Good evening, I like coffee and Nick Pope. Oh, he's changed his username. That's a good one. There's just been a mysterious arm reach over Billy's head there for some reason.
Yeah, it's Trey Jr.
Trey Jr.
Or Nick Pope.
Or Nick Pope. Yeah, it could be Nick Pope. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In fact,
He's everywhere today.
I'm going to call the bat Nick Pope as well. You know, could still be in the house somewhere.
Well, it will be. And the little bat baby.
Well, when I come to move, I've got to shift everything, haven't I? So I'll find the bat eventually.
God. Well,
I'm going to break the bastard's neck.
Fly into one of your boxes, though.
Feed it to the fish.
I don't want to talk about bats flying into boxes, Danielle. Well, I'm going to break its neck and feed it the fish, like Alex said. And I'll do a live stream on it. The big right hand says, I walk along with a broken bank account every day. Yes.
Don't we all?
Yes.
Feel your pain, mate.
Yes. Paul is going like a beetroot. Well, no, I'm not. I'm calm, collected.
Bit rouge.
Sorry?
A bit rouge.
Colin says, yeah, I broke 4 ribs and carried on working with it. Absolutely. I know what that's like. I broke my ribs playing ice hockey, and the blade of the stick got stuck between the edge of the ice and the barrier. And as I was skating, and then somebody tried to check me from behind, and yeah, I felt the butt end of the stick, and I actually felt 2 ribs crack. The bus ride home was not pleasant. I think it was Telford that happened, actually. It was
because it should have been an ambulance ride, not a bus ride.
Yeah.
Well, they can't do anything for broken ribs. They just send you home.
They have painkillers and some advice.
Oh, I had plenty of them. Don't worry. Yeah, lots of greenery. I broke my middle leg. We'll leave it. Oh, no. Jules says, now, stop picking on Paul. Thank you, Jules. At last, somebody that is connected with the channel and works very hard on the channel, sticking up for me. It's about time. David Smith, thank you for your £4.49 super chat. He says, I'm prepared to pay for this. I'm not on Twitter, and I don't have a Scooby-Doo what's going on about Nick Pope. Could someone explain, please? Alex, would you like to explain?
I can, yeah. So I got home from work and opened my laptop, and Nick Pope was the most trending thing in the UK, and I was very confused. And upon doing some digging and messaging a few people, it appeared that our friend Toon had decided to hijack a certain post. So Burger King UK had tweeted gherkins or tomato. And Toon did his brilliant thing of hijacking it and tried to get everybody to say Nick Pope as the answer to the obvious, and then Burger King announced the winner as Nick Pope, and then McDonald's got a bit frustrated and tried to join in on the banter and offer Toon a free breakfast if Nick Pope got a clean sheet, and then it started to get a bit silly. Every basically UK-based business jumped on the bandwagon, and we had Specsavers, EasyJet, Dream Beds or whatever they're called. Just Quality Street even tweeted it. Deliveroo, every company in the UK basically just started jumping on the Nick Pope bandwagon and just tweeting the words Nick Pope. But before I left, when I got home from work, he was on sort of 20,000 tweets, and it was just all a lot of businesses were all tweeting this out, and then Nick Pope himself was a bit confused and just tweeted Nick Pope. England, official England, as in the football, tweeted it. NUFC official tweeted it. It just took off. It was bizarre. So it's become a thing. Everybody's just, I don't know. It's very odd. It's difficult to explain. That's basically it. But it's just become a bit of a viral, strange, funny from today that Nick Pope is now super famous, more than he was yesterday. Hopefully it helps his England chances because, Jordan Pickford.
Yeah, exactly. Carlos is wondering what has happened to this channel. Well, this is a Friday night. We like to, just have a laugh. It's just like
it's
the
like
weekly
the Twilight
magazine
Zone
show
on this channel on a Friday. Weird
is.
stuff happens.
We just like to have a laugh. Just away from the stress of football on a Friday night. We've done our preview show. We've done all we have on the transfers this week. There's nothing going to happen over the weekend, and Ttr Friday was just invented to be, that sort of show on a Friday where you can just have a laugh, let your head down, have a few jokes. But the problem is it's gone off course because I've employed 3 of these people. So
how rude!
It's just incredible. Samsonite says, what train driver don't have a massive responsibility? What are people on? Next, I suppose you want your pilot on your Spain trip to be some intern on £10 an hour, right?
Well done, Samsonite. Brilliant.
Well said.
Lee says, Paul, buy your Hero 10, you cheapskate. Doesn't Lee? Right, Danielle, I suggest you go and bat him one.
Well, I'm not going to. You know what?
Okay.
Very diplomatic.
I like coffee, and Nick Pope says, GoPro sponsors for Toon Review. That would be great.
Good idea.
Wacky says, Paul, when you buy a GoPro or new mic for using on the channel, don't forget to claim it back as it's a business expense, so tax deductible. That's a good point. I need to start doing that. I could claim it on the business.
You haven't been doing it.
No.
Oh my god.
No. Chris says, what has happened to the football chat before a lawsuit arrives from the railway? Chris, it's Friday night. We've just explained what Ttr Friday is all about. Is about letting our hair down and having a laugh away from the stress of it all of a football and just worrying about nothing, basically.
One could say we're on a different platform tonight.
Yes, one could say we're on a different platform. Bouncing off the railway joke there, Billy. I knew what you were doing there. Yeah. Renier says, damn, Paul, thought Northerners were hard. Afraid of being safe in London. Come to Africa, mate.
They are hard. They don't go to hospital when they've got broken legs. Of course they're hard.
Yeah, yeah. Walking around broken legs, ripped calf muscles.
I've got some family from South Africa, and there's some stories.
Yeah, I bet there is. But one of our mods, of course, Cesare is from South Africa.
Well,
he patrols the beaches, and whenever there's a shark attack, he goes and wrestles the sharks.
Yeah,
he could verify this, but we've driven through neighborhoods in hire cars where we stopped at the red light, and we've had people who live there say, "No, what are you doing? Don't stop. You go through." Because
actually, Sacriston used to be like that in the 90s.
So sounds a bit like Blackpool. To be fair, when I was
these are the locals that told us that. So
yeah, Sacriston used to be like that in the 90s. You used to they would try and take your tires off while you were driving. Colin says ribs are very painful because it hurts no matter what you do. Indeed,
it's the breathing, isn't it? That's what it is. Oh.
Harry says Chinese spare ribs.
Very nice.
Lee says, nah, pick on Paul. It's fun. Yeah, because you're not here to face the wrath, mate. But trust me, you have to face me again. And I will turn your face inside out.
Can I just mention about that? I mentioned that when I left a few hours ago, Nick Pope was on 20,000 mentions on Twitter. He's now on just under 45, which is pretty much the same as Eminem trending. And I don't know why Eminem is trending specifically, but obviously Eminem is an international musician. He's an icon. So for our goalkeeper to be having the same amount of social media attention is very impressive. And well done, fan base. That's incredible. That's amazing.
It is. It's bizarre what's happened. I mean, I generally thought when you did put TTR emergency, Alex, I thought Paqueta had signed or Madison had signed, and it was something like really
so
big.
much more
To be
weird.
fair,
Than
I
that.
thought like that when you put the kind of voice note in the chat. I thought, oh my god, something's happened. Like, I did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shane says, right, guys, we'll watch the rest tomorrow. Painkillers after snapping my Achilles tendon today. So bed and hopefully sleep. Love the show, and we'll be watching along. Watch along tomorrow. Thanks, Shane. Get yourself well, mate. Volk says, this is so annoying. Feel like everything about me because my name is Paul too.
Oh.
Exactly. It's an offense to all Pauls. That's basically what we're doing. Harry says, I'd be wanting more than a free breakfast from McDonald's if Paul keeps a clean sheet. Yeah, but it's still nice of them to do it, though. Yeah, of course it is.
It just proves that we're massive because our funny pollster is being associated with like McDonald's UK and the huge,
But
it's funny.
even some of the football clubs that are tweeting out Nick Pope's name, I've seen like some of the lower clubs, Southend United. Some of the
Ipswich did it as well, which is great because obviously Bobby Robson.
Spartak Moscow tweeted out Nick Pope, which was bizarre.
They can piss off.
Sorry?
Exactly.
Yeah, agreed. They can piss off as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not having any Russian clubs.
Yeah, right. Okay, I get it. But I'm just stating how worldwide it goes. I'm not getting into politics. Someone at Spartak Moscow has a sense of humor and decided to put Nick Pope's name in. That was it. No politics. Not getting into that shit.
You still piss off.
Yep. If we can anger every other nation, we can anger Russia. They can't take everybody.
Yeah, well, what the hell? Brendan says, I'm never stressed when watching the Toon review. Well, I'm pleased for you, Brendan, because I get stressed every time I have to present it now with these three blinking people. Dominic says, love the laugh. Keep it going. Love it. Great for morale. Danielle just wanted to say your hair looks nice, pet.
Oh, thanks. I mean, it doesn't, but thank you very much.
Well, fair enough. It's not a real hair.
Oh my god.
Roy says, Paul, how can you say that? The Toon are going to win tomorrow. That's massive. I did say the Toon were going to win. Ross says, instead of TTR Fridays, the show should be called The Silly Billies.
That's class.
No, because that's just Billy's name. Zishan, thank you very much for your $8.99 super chat, buddy. Evening peeps. Had the family round today thinking names for my newborn. I mentioned Nick Pope and got an awkward stare from everyone. Oh, I don't think that would have gone down well, to be honest.
No.
Can you imagine the end of game photo with Nick Pope holding a burger?
Oh,
Can I just say, why didn't you say Nick?
When?
Well, it was mentioning about suggesting the name for a newborn. Why would you not just say Nick? Why would you say Nick Pope? It's probably why they didn't like it. It's fine. We can move on.
It's a Stato technicality.
Of course, it's not going to happen. Like, if you walk into a room and suggest Michael Jackson, they're going to say no. If you say Michael, they'll think about it because that's quite normal.
So it's all right. Listen.
You could say that about anything, couldn't you? You could say, no, I'm going to go there.
Yeah, don't go there.
Where were you going with that, Billy?
No, I'm not going to say. But you could, I mean, no one calls a kid Gary these days, do they? For instance.
Well, no,
no one's
Gary.
No one's been called Gary for 25 years, apparently. No one's been named Gary for 25 years. Strange.
Are we talking Barlow or Neville?
I was thinking more Glitter, to be fair.
Oh. Yeah. But...
I wonder if Nicholas Pepe's thinking, is that a typo? Vince, by the way.
What?
On Twitter. There's only one letter difference, isn't it?
Auto-corrected from Nick Pope to Nick Pepe or something weird.
There's only one letter difference, isn't it?
Mm.
I guess so. Geordie lad says, why did the footballer kick the grass? Because it was being a pitch.
Good jokes like that. I bet you're alone most of the time.
Oh, fucking Jesus.
I know.
Anyway, we have some new merch, which is going to be available shortly. Very soon, we're going to be bringing the hoodies and T-shirts, obviously, but not quite yet. But we do have another phone case. Now it's a flip over phone case, this one, to keep the front and back safe. There you go.
Ooh, nice.
That's nice.
And the other design is that one.
Oh, that would definitely fit my phone.
Well, obviously, we'll put underneath the adverts what phones we can do for these. But obviously, Billy on his Harley with Dipsy on the handlebars. Poor Dipsy.
Cute.
Yeah, and there's the other key ring as well.
Love it.
Brilliant. Love it.
So they'll be on the website shortly. So you'll be able to get them very soon. We'll obviously let you know when you can get them. But this is the site you need to go to for all the other merch, guys.
So let's get down to business.
I've been waiting, think I wanna make that move now. Baby, tell me if you like it. Tell me if you like it now. I've been waiting, think I wanna make that move now. Baby, tell me how you like it.
Let's get down to business.
So there you go, the toonreview.co.uk, your place to go. Carl says in some areas of Coventry, if you smile, they would nick your teeth. Jesus.
He's right. I've been with a few women. It's been had the teeth nicked, to be fair.
I've lived in Coventry and
Oh, God. Billy, don't make me
of
laugh too hard, man, because my nose will empty live on screen, and that would be a pretty sight, man.
Gummy bears.
Nikki, thank you for your £5 super chat. Can't wait for the game tomorrow. Go for a 2-0 win. Wilson and Bruno to score. Absolutely loving the shows. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Nikki. Really appreciate that. V says even a wrestling channel I follow has tweeted Nick Pope. He's got to be loving it. George says, Paul saying you will feel my wrath reminds me of when my teacher in year 6 threatened to go through a year 2 like a steam train. What about your fantasy football league this weekend? Who was top after game 1 out of you? 3. Billy, top of the league. No, Danielle is. Billy, you point the wrong way, man.
Well done, Danielle.
Yeah, Danielle's top.
I mean, it's probably going to be the only week. So,
yes,
I'll take it.
I'm going to come back because I've now played my wild card for the whole season, so I can transfer a load of players in and out.
I will mention that Danielle wanted to transfer to sub Mitro, but forgot. And that
yes,
because Mitro
yes, we
scored
do need
2.
to state that she got a lucky.
But
she was lucky.
By accident, I played my bench booster thing, so I don't even understand what it is. But I used it, and hey, everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a winner at Winners. The classics. Time Lord says currently watching Trying Not to Laugh as I have pancreatitis.
Oh my
Well,
God!
Time Lord, can you not just jump in your TARDIS?
Oh.
I mean, I'm not ill.
Well, you've never mentioned it.
Absolutely not. Watford 1, Burnley 0 halftime score, just in case anyone wants to know. Thanks, Gary, but we don't. Time Lord says it damn well hurts only when I laugh. Billy, stop. Is this Nick Pope some sort of marketing stunt by the new CEO? No, it was Toon Pauls, to be honest. Nothing to do with the club.
Go on, Toon Pauls.
Well, Merdad did get involved eventually. He did actually.
Jump on and tweet. We knew he would. We knew he would.
Brilliant.
Edward says every Toon review has me in tears. Thank you. Dominic says Billy, they can still piss off. Yeah. The guy tweeting for Spartak Moscow might have unique personal view opposed to the Putin worshippers. Exactly.
But doubtful.
You don't know.
Well, it wouldn't be the high-profile jobs such as that if he had opposing views.
Let's move on from Russia.
There,
Danielle, don't worry, sweetie. I'm noting the hair comment.
Yes.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. Didn't say anything.
Watch it back, Paul.
Sorry?
I'll watch it back.
Yeah, whatever. Liam says, Willock had a good game, but is anyone thinking Longstaff to free up our super Brazilians?
Whoa. People keep brushing over the fact that Willock was forgetting his defensive responsibilities far too often. Just because match of the day showed his little whipped cross and his shots, brilliant. His attacking qualities are there for all to see, but He fell asleep after 55 minutes to an hour and left big gaps in our midfield, which cannot be done against better opposition than Nottingham Forest. We can't forget that. We have to praise and critique. That's how it works.
Do you know what, Alex? You know what, right? You sound like a bloody... when you start talking like that, you sound like some kind of one of these... guys in a church in Alabama, praise the Lord and all that kind of, when you
say, yeah.
Absolutely. God
Brighton,
is the
Brighton
king
will wreck
and all
us
this.
on that side. If Willett leaves holes like that, Brighton are more than capable of exploiting that. So we have to be careful. That's all I'm saying.
Jordan says he thought glitter because you said Michael Jackson. Oh, dear God. Lee says, want to be in my gang, my gang. Well, if you want to be in Gary Glitter's gang, you go for it, sunshine. Michael says, hi, Paul, Danielle, Billy, and Alex. Hope you're all well. GoPro on order. Michael!
He's such a nice man, isn't he? He really is.
Listen, he basically... He is the chairman. There's no doubt about it. But I'll speak. Please text me after the show, Michael. We will have words. I've been thrown off. Yano says, Billy, you're a right lad. Well, tonight, Billy has been a right cock. Foxy says, Billy's jokes are better. Paul, I can feel for you tonight, mate. They're all ganging up on you. Thanks, Alan. Really appreciate that.
Coaching up to the host like that. What a creep, Alan.
Some may say I will apologise.
I mean, Alan with one L, that's more Alan Pardew than Alan St. Maximin. So,
Indeed.
Sorry, Alan. I'm sure you're very lovely. We're just doing it to wind him up.
Wacky says, I'm still struggling with how much Paul looks like Louis Spence in the cartoon.
That's got to be the worst I've seen. Wacky, bang out of order.
That's comment of the week.
How many times have it's not even us now, it's the viewers. He keeps turning his camera off.
Can't even blame us.
We don't know where he's going with the script. We need him back. We can't annoy him too much.
Billy's got his quiz though. I want to have a quiz, Billy.
Yeah, I've got a competition for you three.
Oh,
go on, let's bring it.
And it's trending. It's because it's topical too. But I've got to wait for Mr. Bossman above us to appear because he's.
He will deliberately wait 5 seconds into the awkwardness to reappear just to make it awkward.
Yeah.
I think he's gone this time.
All right.
Maybe he's nipped off for gypsies or something. One never knows. The quiz.
Okay.
It's actually gone. Oh my God.
All right, this quiz. And there is 5 questions here for Paul, but it's trendy, and it's called Pope or No Pope. Right?
Get in.
Dead easy. So
Right.
I'm going to read a list of names. They're either lists of Pope's names or they're not. So the answer you give me is Pope or No Pope.
Oh, no Pope. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll start with Danielle.
Oh God.
Alexander, Pope or No Pope?
Pope.
Pope is correct.
Get in.
Stato, Lucius, Pope or No Pope?
That's a horrible one. No Pope.
No, he's a Pope, I'm afraid.
Oh, never mind.
So Danielle's one up. What we'll do you two, and then Paul can see if he can beat you with his 5 at the end when he comes back.
Okay.
Danielle, Nicholas, Pope or No Pope?
Oh, you say this is a funny one.
In it just.
I'm going to say Pope.
He was a Pope.
Get in. I
I
know all the popes.
I'm 2-0 down. I feel like a Nottingham Forest fan.
No, you're only 2-1 down at the minute because this is your question. John, Pope or No Pope?
That's got to be a Pope.
John is a Pope, quite right.
Stop.
2-1. So back to Danielle.
Mm-hmm.
William, Pope or No Pope?
I'm going to say no
Hi,
Pope.
Mum.
No, he's a No Pope, so 100%.
Ooh.
Alex, Fabian, Pope or No Pope?
Yes, Pope.
You're going for Pope? You're quite right. He is a Pope.
I was going to say, is it? I wasn't sure if it was Spanish or South American. I guess it doesn't matter, does it?
Danielle, Edward, Pope or no Pope?
Oh, Edward's a funny one. I'm going to say no Pope.
No Pope's correct. 100%
Yes.
so far. Stato, Christian, Pope or no Pope?
Why do you give me all the weird ones like Lucius and Christian? Oh my god.
Fabian.
Christian. Well, I guess it can be German and Slavic as well. Other spellings, yeah, it's got to be.
Christian's a no Pope.
Oh my god.
Oh,
It's giving me all the trick questions.
Danielle, Sylvester, Pope or no Pope?
oh. I'm going to say Pope.
My God, she's gone for the lot. 5 out of 5.
Get it?
Stato's last one is James, Pope or no Pope?
James? How did you get Sylvester? Oh my
I don't know. I
God.
just guessed.
James. I got no idea, to be honest. Possibly yes, because there are lots of other languages where James is also a name.
You're going for a Pope?
No, I'm going to say no Pope.
No Pope's correct. Excuse me. So 5-3 to Danielle, but Paul's still to go if he comes back.
Well done. Great idea, Billy. Very apt with it being Nick Pope Day.
Indeed it is.
Mm.
Where do we get to in the comments? I haven't got a clue.
It's like the kids have taken over, isn't it?
Oh, dear me. Right, we'll go from this super chat, Sally, that Nicky's put in. Can't wait for the game tomorrow. Going for a 2-0 win. Wilson and Bruno to score. Absolutely loving the shows. Keep up the great work. Stiff Gator says, evening Toon review. V says, Alan, calm down, pet. No one likes a kiss ass. Oh,
Go on, V.
That must have been about the time where everything went that way. Also, Nick Pope says, Stiff Gators. Dominic, merchandise. Need to make my list for Christmas. Indeed, you do.
It's just from the corner.
Susan says, thank you, Michael. Geordie, lad, I do apologise for that short joke. I thought I'd keep it clean rather than be a Billy. What do you want to say? I don't think I've cracked one dirty joke all night yet.
Yet.
Zishan, thanks to 179. Definitely call him Alex now. Volks, imagine going to the match and seeing your face on people's phone case. Imagine that. Yeah, that's quite weird, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
That would be very weird.
Zishan's getting a round of applause for his kind contributions. Billy, did you buy them some Fixodents? Yeah, I know he's referring to. Can't believe I'm an hour late, but Nick Pope said John's back door. This is a fantasy football question. When can we change the players? I'm not sure about that. I think you can change them as and when you want, but it costs you, I think.
Does it?
I think so. I think you have to.
Oh.
I think it costs you.
When you
Jordan asked
mean
the question.
change players, do you mean like
As in
transfers,
transfers.
or do you mean using your subs?
I think you're allowed 1 or 2 a month or something.
What
You
subs?
can,
You green
no,
screen.
you can change your subs at any time you want in between
That's all right. then. I was
game
gonna
weeks.
say, whoa,
But
this
if
is
you
new.
want to change your players, so I think you're
Is
allowed
there?
one.
When's the cutoff, by the way, for me making changes?
I'm not
Tomorrow
sure.
at 11, I think, maybe.
For this
Okay.
week, yeah, I think it is, yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I'll have to check
Jordan-
what all the fixtures are and then make changes accordingly. And because I've not
Yes.
looked yet.
Indeed. Jordan asks
Must
what
be.
happens to green screen. The reason why I've got no background is because I've got green on. And if I had a background, you see straight through it and it
You just have a white t-shirt and then some weird see-through
look
bits.
horrendous. It would look horrendous, wouldn't it? Lee says, Danielle 16th and I'm 21st. Oh, that's the league tables then.
Mhm.
So your household's doing really well.
Yeah, for this week.
Although I would like to mention that I didn't put Ward-Prowse and Mitrovic in my team, and Billy worked it out. If I'd have actually put them in, which I wanted to, but didn't, I would have been 7th. So I'm very upset that I didn't do that. But never mind. I am where I am, whatever position that is.
Indeed.
Lower than I'd
Plenty of
hoped.
time to go, Stato. Plenty of time to go.
True.
Tony says, from Worcester with Pope. Newcastle v Tranmere will be on Sky Sports. I'm sure that the Sky Sports team will all be cheering the Merseyside team on. No doubt
Oh,
about it.
absolutely. Without doubt, of course.
be full of Tranmere favourites like Dave Challoner and people like that. I don't know if there are such a thing. Is Pope actually injured? We don't think so, but he could be. Bruno just tweeted, "Let's go NUFC and Nick Pope." Brilliant. Bruno in on the act. He's just fantastic, isn't he?
I love it. I just love the whole thing. Well done.
He's obviously opened his phone this evening and been equally as confused as a lot of people.
Feel sorry for me, everyone. I feel sorry for me every time I sometimes break a nail. Danielle, do you feel V's pain?
Yeah, I always do it like when I'm brushing my hair and stuff. Always catch my nail. Very annoying. Very annoying.
Willock was classed as Tony. Going forward, not so much going backwards. Bruno just joined on Nick Pope trend class. He did, yeah.
Fab.
Willock can't defend. Lazy attack. Fantastic. Me and Stato agreed that Colback had him in his pocket. Colback was their best player, wasn't he? I thought. Betty reads all numbers type first. No, Rowan Pope is not injured. Sorry for your loss. Wonder where he is. Do you think he's not took off, surely? Paul! We miss you.
Read the private chat.
Okay, cool. All right, so well, Michael, what a legend. Should we do one of the regular things of the show? Shall we?
Yeah, not mine. I'm not doing a rant this week.
Yeah, but you can do a nice thing, can't you?
I can do an announcement.
Yeah, do your announcement. That sounds good. So we'll just have that on then. So Danielle's rant isn't a rant, but we'll play the theme tune for it anyway. Danielle, take it away.
So I do have an announcement for everybody. So still awaiting the official announcement on social media, but as of today, I am the Her Game 2 ambassador for Newcastle United. Yay!
Fantastic.
To me. I'm excited. Fantastic. Really looking forward to getting connected with the club and getting something in place. You know, we're kind of going forward and improving in so many ways. And I think we could just do so much better in terms of equality and making sure that, especially in places like social media where it's just horrendous having an opinion when you're a woman. And what I've learned in the past 2 hours since I've been talking to the other ambassadors is that it's across the board, regardless of league, and it's not just Newcastle United, it's across all leagues where this kind of behaviour happens. So I'm really looking forward to getting started. But watch out for the official announcement. It'll be on social media soon.
Sounds fantastic, and congratulations to you for that.
Thank you.
I think we couldn't think of a more suitable candidate to kind of spread the word about equality in football. Well done, Danielle. We're really proud of you here, aren't we?
Thank you.
That was Danielle's rant, but it wasn't a rant at all. It was more of a celebratory announcement, and we're really proud of her. We're really proud of her. It's got past all this porn stuff. I wonder if the Russian versions of the fast food companies Burger Dictator and McKremlin have also tweeted no politics. Rachel's laughing, I think. No, it's not a rage quit. He'll tell us when he comes back. I said, Billy, you're right, lad. Indeed. And they're back. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, Paul's just told me to tell you guys, just so you know, he's just going to get some sugar because his blood sugar's a bit funny. So he's absolutely fine. He's coming back very, very soon. But we're all good. We're just going to keep rolling, and he will reappear when he reappears.
In the asylum, so God knows what will happen.
Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Alex has got a screener. What you got, pal?
I got Nick Pope.
Yes.
So, being as he's gone super viral today, I thought we'd have a little look because the last time we looked at Nick Pope, we didn't actually do a review on him when he signed. And yeah, sorry, we should have done. We did a check on Nick Pope before he signed when we were comparing lots of goalkeepers that we were linked to, so we can have another look at him. And actually, his stats have gone up a little bit more since the last time we looked, and it's rather interesting. And it proves exactly kind of what we've been talking about, the fact that he is a sweeper keeper. Defensive actions outside of the penalty area per 90 is in the 99th percentile in Europe. So he is a proper sweeper. He has a broom and he uses it consistently. The average distance of his defensive actions, which is a rather strange stat, but a throwaway one, is 18.2. Is this in in yards? Okay, this is measured in yards. So the average distance of when he actually like sweeps, shall we say, is 18 yards from goal. And then he's very good at certain things. Well, he's very good at everything. The only things that it appears lower in his stat profile would be touches per 90, which is not particularly a problem because he was playing for Burnley, who were not a dominant team in the league. So this is fine. As you know, he'll get more touches on this sort of stat. Oh, no, that side. He'll get more touches on that stat profile. The more possession we have and the more he plays for us. So that will go up. And likewise, the save percentage from penalty kicks, that may or may not go up. That's very dependent on his ability. Some of it's a bit, lucky with penalties. Some people agree or disagree on that. But generally, the general statistics are very, very positive. His save percentage is very high in the 81st percentile, which is brilliant. Very good at his goal kicks and his distribution. His stat matches are a little bit odd, though. I don't like having Jordan Pickford as the third match. But he's on there regardless. I mean, Pickford on his day is a reasonably good shot stopper when he gets a lot of sort of peppered shots at him. It just tends to be when he has decisions to make that he flaps a lot and makes a lot of errors. And we've seen Nick Pope fumble a couple of times. He fumbled when we played against Burnley, so hopefully we don't see that from him in our shirt. Fingers crossed. But yeah, looks very, very solid. Still 30 years old. Good age for a keeper. Could still play for 5-6 years. Absolutely no problem at a reasonably good level. And just for fun, because he's trending today, we can actually go back and have a look at his where he's come from. So started in the conference at Cambridge United, played a bit for Charlton, Aldershot, York City, Bury, Charlton again in the Championship. So he spent a bit of time in the conference. He's played in League Two, and then when he got a bit older, sort of 22, 23, spent 2 years in the Championship before he got his move to Burnley at 25, and then he's been with Burnley since 25 years old. Put in good shifts, let's be honest. Burnley with a 7th place finish was very, very impressive. And if we look at his starts and his appearances, 34, 38, 32, 36, he's playing pretty much every single game for Burnley throughout the seasons. Very, very impressive. Not the season that's just gone, but the one before. He managed 38 goals against, 37. I don't know why I read the wrong number. 37 goals against, obviously in a 38 game season is quite good. Still didn't play as many minutes that season, but and then obviously their relegation season was not quite as good, but we know they struggled a lot last year. And now he's with us, so he's had a very interesting career. He's done the rounds. He's gone through conference. He's played at many different levels, and up and down the country as well. So in and around London, in the north, and up to the northeast. So he's been about. Good veteran keeper, and it's nice to have another look at him statistically. And it'll be exciting to see him tomorrow against a better team than Forest were. So we'll see how he actually copes. They will have more shots on goal. They will be more intricate to play against, with whether it's crosses or shots, and he'll have to be more focused. So fingers crossed it all works. But yeah, Nick Pope.
Brilliant. Anyone see the story today about him having to look? He's looking for property now in the northeast, but he needs somewhere with a massive garden because he purchased the goalposts from Bootham Crescent when that went under and they changed ground. So he has York City's goalpost to put in his back garden.
Oh wow!
Wow.
I'm sure with the money he's earning on the contract, he'll find a garden big enough for the goalposts.
I'm sure he'll.
I mean, you could have
Steve
my
says-
garden, but it's not big enough. I would gladly let him play football in my garden.
Brilliant. Steve says, I was going to be a doctor, but I don't have the patience. And they accused me of dad jokes. Come on. Stu said, during Arsenal's successful period, they stopped building walls whilst facing free kicks in case Tony Adams crashed his car into it. Wow. Can't beat a bit of topical satire, Stu. Jason says, Willock is the defender, play him wide right and buy Paqueta, get the checkbook out. We're well within financial fair play.
Willock is a winger. That's a big shout.
It is,
that needs defending. You can't just say put him at winger. You've got to explain that because that's a big shout.
Glenn says, "Oh, Hightower, come back." Well, no, he's had a low sugar, so with his diabetes, he's got to sort that out. Lewis, no, he hasn't. Prediction: Almiron to score tomorrow. It's a possibility.
Indeed, I'd love it.
Jason is a midfielder. Says Tony about Willock. The human crack tonight was a perfect tonic to a shite day. Thanks, Ken. Pope says Simon, just a straightforward Pope. Let's get down a bit because loads of comments here. We're well behind. Hopefully Newcastle will be able to get some surprise bargains in the transfer later on. Paul and Stato and Billy and Danielle. Higher for tomorrow. Result 3-1 Newcastle, Wilson 2 and ASM. We'll buy that.
Good shout, Bruce.
Okay, welcome to your new Toon review. Takeover has been complete and the new owners are looking to transform the place.
Absolutely not. There is only one boss man, I'm afraid.
Indeed.
He'll be back very shortly.
He will be.
Yeah, and we're probably all going to get sacked when he does come back. So enjoy the moment, guys.
Charles said Big Joe was never a striker. It was Bruce who insisted he was. Yeah, that's Steve Bruce for you. Paul, I can't believe this team doing to you. Have a very bad cold and you are soldiering on with it, says JJ. Pope quiz every week, says Foxy.
Indeed.
Well, I've still got Paul's questions, but
we could rename Friday Nick Pope Friday, couldn't we?
Yeah, Pope or no Pope.
I mean, never mind the Toon review. You know, it could be like instead of TTR Friday, it could just be Pope Friday, couldn't it?
Yeah, a quick fire round of Pope or no Pope every week would be amazing. I love that.
It would be, wouldn't it? Yeah, I could do that.
Very, very good quiz.
Pope or no Pope. Nicholas wasn't a Pope, says John Neola. He was only a parson. That's clever. That's clever. Nicholas Parsons. That's who he's referring to there. Sale of the century. Toon Leroy, Moonraker. Who is Hugo Drax, says Jeanette. Is that your mum, Alex?
Which one was it? Because there's a couple of Jeanettes watched Yeah, that's mine.
See, Danielle is a nun. She knows her popes.
There you see, it's my Catholic education.
You'll be getting harder ones. You'll be getting harder ones next week. Jason says, Tony, no, he doesn't play there, but he offers more in that position than Murphy or Fraser. Even Miggy, I'll try him out there and buy Paqueta. Yeah, but if you try him out there, he can't do it. We're struggling, then, ain't we? Catholics wouldn't allow a Christian to be Pope. I don't know about that. Well, Apocalyptic Workshop says Danielle is a Pope expert. She was fantastic.
She is.
And to be fair, that Alex got 3 out of 5, so he's no mug himself on the Pope scope.
Pope scope.
The Lucius one just completely threw me off of the whole thing.
I can see why.
I mean, yeah, it's a weird one.
Stu says Alex is Hugo Drax. To your mum. Who is Hugo Drax?
Who is Hugo Drax?
In Moonraker. He's
and
the baddie
why
in Moonraker.
am I him?
He's the baddie in Moonraker.
Drax. Let me Google this. I'm interested.
I can remember going to the pictures to watch Moonraker, but I can't remember anything about it.
Oh God, I'll screen share it for you.
Glenn says Sylvester's a cat or a boxer or a disco singer, in fact. But he was also a pope. Don't think they were the same people. That Danielle's Catholic upbringing coming in clutch, says V.
I knew it'd come in handy one day.
Hope Paul is okay, but well, yeah, he is fine. He'll be back soon, Paul. Appreciate your concern, though.
There we go. I found Hugo Drax.
Does he look like you?
I don't think so. I've got it on screen share if you want to see it. For anybody interested, it is from Moonraker. It's from the original Bond.
Yeah, Roger Moore, 1979. We'll put it up.
No, this is from 1955, the novel Moonraker. Well,
oh,
wow. It's not in the novel, but do you want to pop it on screen so they can see?
Let's have a look.
There you go. That's what a few people have said I look like. I mean,
basically, it's the bloke with the beard.
I'm going to put my glasses on so then I don't look like him because there we go. There we go. Now it's different.
It is.
Wow. There you go. Alan says, Danielle, give me the lottery numbers for tomorrow. Brilliant.
If I had
Billy
them.
Pope says, Tony. Foxy says, Danielle's on fire. Toon Leroy says, Jeanette, he was a lesser known Bond villain on about Hugo Drax. Danielle getting lots of applause and prayers and things like that. I don't know what that icon is, but obviously congratulatory things for the winning the Pope thing so far. Paul will reappear looking fabulous. A little sequin number, says Jules. Damn, guys, no Paul, and you're lost. We're not lost. We're still going. We're soldiering on manfully.
Indeed.
In the shadow of our gaffer. Laughs there coming. Tangy says, ask Paul if Louis Spencer's the Pope. I don't think that's going to be asked somehow.
No, not tonight.
Should we do my beef?
Yeah.
Shall we? Let's find the music for it then. Billy's beef then. Let's have a go at Billy's beef. Right, I mean, I did a beef a few weeks back about third kits and how much I don't think they're needed. And I don't think they're needed. So it'd be churlish of me not to go beef this week when the fact our 3 kits aren't sufficient enough to avoid colour clashes. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. The rules are that you can't have a colour clash happens when you've got colours of the same colour. So, for instance, our black and white stripes clash with anyone that's got white in the kit, anyone that's got white stripes in the kit, anyone that's got black, which is, I think, we're the only ones in the Premier League coloured home strip. So this strip, for instance, is redundant then because we can't wear it again. We can't wear it against anyone that's got white in the strip. We can't wear it against anyone with stripes in the kit, and anyone else. Our black and white kit suit is okay with. So it's mad having this kit at all. Much as I love it, it's redundant. And in this cost of living crisis that we're about to go into, getting people to pay money for extra kits doesn't sit right with me at all. It's wrong. And this kit was meant to be a training top, and they've now changed it into a matched kit, which is going to be worn tomorrow against Brighton. Now, surely at the beginning of the season, they would have seen whether it's the club or Castore. I'm going to say it's the club because they're the ones that obviously are involved with the league and the other clubs. You know what kits people have got, what other clubs have got. I mean, Brighton have got blue and white stripes. We all know Brighton wear blue and white stripes, so your away kit really shouldn't be blue, and your third kit shouldn't be white, should it? You should have a yellow kit or a green kit or something, or red, maybe not red so much, but certainly yellow would be fine, or green. If you wanted to have a nod to the country of our owners, make it a green kit, and then there's nothing wrong with it. But to have to go to 4 kits, I mean, I know we have to raise money for FFP. I just think it's a bit poor asking the fans of the club to do it in this cost of living crisis that's coming up. I think it's a bit of a known goal by the club. Bit of forward planning at the beginning of the season would have avoided all this. So that's my beef this week. 4th kit, I'm not into it at all, guys.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Well said.
I do agree. I love the kits, but yeah, it's a bit strange that I think you've mentioned this a couple of times briefly in previous shows that there does need to be a bit of foresight in potentially the start of the season or pre-season with the clubs in the Premier League coordinating kits for the upcoming season. It needs to be structured better, because then it would avoid clashes like this, and then it would be better for the fans. So it's not good enough for 2022. And this is not a dig at NUFC specifically. This is possibly the Premier League need to do more as well. This could be coordinated from the top down, so that we just don't have these issues, because they know the fixtures going forward. They've got all the broadcasters involved for the season. They've taken all the money for the broadcasters preemptively, so they could and should probably also coordinate things of that nature. Yeah, 2022, we shouldn't be having issues like this where all 3 kits clash and we have to make a 4th. Bit weird. I do agree.
I mean, even Sunday League teams can do this without any problem. I mean, Sunday League teams don't have 3 kits, have 2 kits.
I just think it's the timing of it, really. I just think, going into what is probably going to be a really hard end of year for everybody, even people who, have a decent earnings and whatever, are going to see a massive difference in terms of their outgoings. And I know it's a choice. People can buy, if you choose to buy a kit or choose not to buy a kit, but where we come from, it's not always a choice. It's something that we're so invested in that we just want to do it because Newcastle United is my life. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like, if that is the reason, and the reason is that the kits are clashing, then I understand that. But £55, man, for a shirt to wear once.
Yeah, I mean, I've just moved countries to come back to the UK, and I had to make a choice between the third kit and the away kit, and I chose the away kit. I can't now afford to also go and get that, which is already sold out, and it's a lot, and that's just for myself. God
You
forbid
made a good
people who have
choice
got.
anyway.
Well, thank you, but there are people who have got kids who they want to buy children's kits as well, and
It's all expensive, man.
it's difficult it's even more difficult for a lot more people than just myself. So.
I agree.
So
It's
no,
all got a bit deep, hasn't it, on Ttr Friday?
It has, yeah. If Stato's dragged Billy is Roger Moore. I'm not sure about that. He used to have the eyebrow, didn't he? Which I can't do. Len says,
I can do the eyebrows, so I can.
Go on. Yes, that's Roger Moore. A young $1 million man, Ted DiBiase, 90s WWF. I don't know who looks like him. Being hot today, says Geordie has indeed. Tom's got an interesting fact for us. Interesting facts about Moonraker. The night before John F. Kennedy was assassinated, both John F. Kennedy and Lee Harvey Oswald were reading Moonraker.
Oh,
that's spooky.
Weird.
That is very weird.
Do you know what else is weird about that? Kennedy and Lincoln were shot nearly 100 years apart, and both were replaced by vice presidents called Johnson.
That is also very weird.
Well done, Tom, for your interesting fact, though.
Tom's got millions of them. He's a Bible full of interesting facts, is Tom. Glenn says, we love the show, Gary. We do. Well, I'm glad you do. Francesco says, Danielle, what was your score prediction for tomorrow? I think she may be up to something. Go on, Danielle. What was it?
It was 4-2, I think. Yeah, it was 4-2. Can't even remember now. But yeah, 4-2, I think.
For Billy's beef. It's a 1-1 tomorrow, says Thomas. Glenn says, did our last do the sound to Billy's beef?
Hope she's not watching, Glenn.
Indeed. Very warm, Geordie, says Paul. I'm drinking bottles, water and wine. Maybe Nick Pope's been to his house and did a bit of a...
Maybe. It's possible.
We should be wearing the third kit. No need for this fourth one. No, there is, because the back of Brighton shirt's white. So there is a need for the white kit would clash with the back. Apocalyptic. So this kit's redundant. There's no need for us to wear this kit at any given stage of the season.
Do you think we'll ever wear it? Do you think we will wear it?
We'll be contractually obliged to wear it in games where you'll think, what are they wearing that for? So somewhere like Everton or somewhere. Guarantee it. We'll have to wear this 3 times or 4 times a season. It'll be contracted to do it, so, which is wrong. Billy wanting people to do his beef, eh? That's interesting. BL Duff from Canada. Hi, folks. Just put a few books on Aston Villa, Wolves, West Ham, and of course Newcastle to win outright over in Canada. Hope you all agree. Great show. Really cool to see you all at Beats. Villa got Everton, haven't they? I don't know Wolves and West Ham have got. But yeah, I fancy Villa to beat Everton myself, to be fair. Wolves and West Ham, I don't know how they're playing. Chris says the Premier League doesn't like our Irish kit. How do Leeds and Spurs play in a white kit then? Because it's their home strip. If you're playing at their ground, you have to change your kit accordingly. So obviously we can't wear this. We could wear our dark blue one.
So hang on a second. But that's assuming that Brighton have a second or third kit that won't clash with our kit then when they come to St James's.
They've got their second kit's orange, I think.
Oh, fair enough then. Okay.
That's not going to clash with anyone unless they're playing Holland. You know what I mean? So they're safe as houses. So Leeds and Spurs wear white at home, but when they go away to Newcastle, for instance, when Spurs came here last year, that whole pinky purple thing, didn't they?
Yes.
I think Leeds was horrible. A dark bluey thing, so they have to wear a change strip when they come to us. That's their home strip. Hi, Alex's mum. Bit behind the stream, watching 30 minutes behind, which is weird. Danielle still getting applause for the Pope or no Pope quiz. I'm a Roman Catholic, got 5 out of 5. I hope Paul is okay too, Nami. Yeah, he'll be fine. Jordan, the club aren't making people buy kits up to the supporters if they want to. They haven't been pressured into them. The Saudi inspired kit is ideal for likes of Liverpool, Man United, and Arsenal. I'm not sure where you're coming from with that. It's a great kit, and you know someone's gifted me this, but it's redundant, really. Although we will wear it, we won't need to wear it.
I mean, it's not the club pressuring, but it is general pressure because there will be people who can afford it who will buy all the kits.
Yeah.
And then people who can't afford it will feel peer pressured.
Indeed.
Or feel like they should, and they, you know, it's not about the club pressure necessarily. It's peer pressure, which happens in all walks of life. So it's, you know.
It does indeed. And this is it, you know, my kid might have the kid next to us, has got it. And then my kid's saying, Dad, he's got it. Can I have it? So
exactly.
That's what happens, isn't it?
Exactly.
Except they're all sold out now. So when the second ball started, I remember when they just had one home kit, one away kit in the last 2 years till they changed it.
Yeah, I remember those days.
Back in the old days, yeah. Our away kit was yellow and blue, which was like a Brazil kit and throughout the 70s. You know, and every time we wore a third kit was away at Hereford.
I'm surprised that we don't have a Brazil-inspired away kit this season. After everything, it's very.
Especially just traditional. It's traditional for us as well. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Oven Chip said they should have inverted the white and green shirt to be green. Then no need for a third kit. There you go. Right.
To be fair, I agree with that because the Saudi flag, in theory, is a solid solid green. Sorry, so it, you know, it would make more sense. It's a great shirt, but it's odd that they've gone with that inversion of it because green is supposed to be the dominant color, not the secondary color. So, yeah, weird.
If our second kit's green, we don't need 2 kits, and that'd be it. But of course, then there's that source of money for the FFP that is also prevalent, isn't it? So, Tangi agrees with what I said. The training kit is a worse clash than the white kit. 100% says Glenn. See your point, but it is a nice kit. It is a nice kit. I agree. No one's saying that, but Burger King now saying that's a Nick Ope. I don't know what that means. The club have run out of the 4th kit. Match T-shirt as only available in limited numbers. It was. Dominic says, agree below, work with the NHS and see the everyday struggles of our patients. Some of the decision makers live on a different planet. Indeed, Dominic. Couldn't agree more.
Couldn't agree more, Dominic.
But Mike says, considering it's their first year, they're doing all right. It's all learning. Of course it is. Of course it is. It's a learning curve for them.
True.
Mistakes will be made, and I think hopefully with a new bloke coming in, Mr. Eels, hopefully it's sorted out for next year. 100%. It's not about the kits clashing. Don't mind the kit being sold. They're already selling the training kit. They are. They were selling that for 40 quid. They put a sponsor on it, and it's then 55 quid. Yeah, even that's a bit iffy in my opinion. Jungling Ting says no point having a white third kit. There you go. Just thought, you think the FA are making us make the 4th kit, so don't want us using our third kit. It's similar but blue, of course. This is the third kit, isn't it? This one. We can't wear this because of the white back on the Brighton shirt. We can't wear the blue, obviously, because Brighton wear blue. So that's the need for a 4th kit.
Although there are side-by-sides of both of, multiple versions of our kit versus Brighton's, and it doesn't seem that clashy, to be fair.
Yeah. Totally agree, Billy, considering how late we were actually releasing the strips years ago. The new strips would be out and worn the last game of the season, not till mid-July. Tom's Burger King now saying that a Nick Pope meal is coming soon. Wow. Wow. That makes sense now, his former comment. Yeah. The rules on clashing kit needs to be reviewed. It's ridiculous. Looking forward to a Muck Pope.
What
Kits clash, play naked, problem solved. So that'll work. Lee says every team's third kit should be a bright, luminous kit that would never clash with opponent's home kit. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. Lee's right. Deb says, well done, Danielle. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Naked Football said there'll be tackles everywhere, says Kendo. Brighton's third kit is exactly the same colours as Toon's 4th kit, but their away kit is sort of red, orangey colour. It's orange, yeah. So why didn't Prem make them wear their away kit? Because they're at home. Simple as that. You know, so it's our responsibility to not clash with our home kit. That's every away team's responsibility not to clash with the home team. That's why the Sheffield Wednesday Newcastle game in whenever it was 93, when we had to wear our away kit, it all changed after that, didn't it? We actually brought out a shirt specifically for the Sheffield Wednesday away game. That green Essex kit with the blue stripes down was specifically made for that one game.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I know the kit, but I didn't know that was why.
Yeah, because we had to wear our home kit because our away kit and Sheffield Wednesday's away kit, home kit clashed with our home kit, so we had to wear our away kit, and they wore their away kit to not clash. That was Sheffield Wednesday's fault, not ours, by the way. But considering helping the channel on the way to 14k subscribers, please click the sub button for us, says Thomas. Indeed, yeah, please click the subscription if you like what you're seeing. And super chats are also available. The red card in the Watford game, I haven't seen any of that. 1-0 to Watford still. I think sometimes they should do a buy two, get one free offer. What time we got? Alex, you want to do Shane by Stato thing?
Yep, let's go for it.
Let's get you up then.
No.
Right. So I've got to be very careful with this one because it's about certain people I do respect, but I disagree with at the moment. So I'm going to name him specifically, and that's Craig Hope. I do have a lot of respect for Craig Hope, and I think he's a very, 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 very good journalist. And there are several others who have also followed suit with him in this opinion, and that is a few of them have rated us rather lowly in the Nottingham Forest scores in terms of player ratings. And I don't personally. I apologize if this is wrong, but this is what I think. I think certain journalists have deliberately scored people lower for traction because. So to put this into context, there are a few journalists that rated Trippier as a 5.5 out of 10 against Forest, despite him having 101 touches, 4 attempted crosses, 4 attempted long balls. And he was very involved in the play. He made a couple of mistakes, but he was quite integral with how he played. And, he wore the armband and he played quite well. I think 5.5 was rather harsh. Likewise, there were a lot of ratings where Dan Burn was the highest rating for centre-backs, which I don't get because Fabian Schär scored a 30-yard screamer. I don't quite understand it. I don't get it. I really don't. So shamed is not the word I'm going to use today because I do have huge respect for some of these journalists, but I think maybe it was done on purpose to generate some chatter. If so, fair enough. But I feel like it's a little bit harsh on the players. It's their job. It is a critique of their professionalism and their performance at the end of the day. And Fabian Schär does not deserve a lower rating than Dan Burn for the Nottingham Forest game because he got caught in possession once by their 9 when he came on, and apart from that, he was fairly solid. He got floored, and he got up and carried on, and he scored an absolute belter, which gave us the confidence to go on and win the game and score the second. So for him to be rated lower than his defensive partner is quite weird for me. And the 5.5 for Trippier as well hurts. I agree he made a few mistakes, but I feel like if you're gonna give Trippier a 5.5, you've also got to give Willock a 5.5 in my opinion, because I feel like Willock made equal amounts of defensive mistakes. It's just because the onus on him is a bit more attacking. If people are gonna whinge, it works both ways. So I don't want to dig people out too much because I do have a lot of respect for these people, but I was, as a fan, it hurts to see those ratings when I feel like it's not a fair reflection. And we are all entitled to our opinions. And if that's what you truly think, I'll respect that and I'll move on. But I disagree. And it hurts. So yeah, I feel like the player ratings need to be a little bit more realistic in future. Possibly some of the journalists are maybe, because we are very quite hyper as a fan base. I get that. A lot of people are talking very highly about Bruno, about Wilson. Anderson could be the next Gaza. I get that. We are very hyperactive and we are very optimistic about our team because we love our team. And a few of the journalists are trying to be careful with how they assess games and players, and I appreciate that. That's very fair. but I feel like we were done a little bit dirty with those ratings. I feel like some of the lads were a bit better than that, and they deserved a better rating. So it's got to be said. Yeah, that's me for today.
Agree.
I think we compensated for Craig Hope, didn't we?
Indeed.
Well, yeah,
with our
tens.
Tens.
Well, that was Alex's bit for the show. Shame by Stato.
No.
Well said, Alex.
Well
We'll do a few
said.
more. We'll do a few more comments, and then we'll call it a night. Doesn't look like Paul's going back. So, where are we? Tom says Sheffield Wednesday's home was blue and white stripes. No, away kit was black and white stripes. Yeah, mad. You know, and we had to wear our blue against their black and white stripe kit. It was mad. 1994, Alex Matthews scored. He did. It was a good game of football, actually. And we won that game 4-2. Chris Waddle was superb for Sheffield Wednesday then. Really, player he was. Monday's game, West Bromwich Albion and Sheffield United both wore first strips, both wore stripes. Who draws the line on clashing? Yeah, but their rules are governed by the EFL and not the Premier League.
Yeah,
two different boards,
very
two different sets of rules. Paul has been sucked into a back on Vortex and Durham. It's too like Stato's intro. Could someone phone Paul and make sure it's okay? It's all in hand.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry, guys. It's under control.
As Jules comments there. Trivia was pretty average, to be honest, as Tony. He doesn't really. I think he does some great things. Think about Trippier, and I said it on the commentary last week. He can have 5 men around him, but he has time on the ball. Every time the ball comes to him, he doesn't panic. You know, and he generally finds one of our players, but he never panics. Bruno's like that as well, and when the ball comes to him, he could have 5 men around him, pressurising him. Not a problem to him.
There's a reason I keep mentioning 101 touches as my first stat. Is he's a fullback. He's a fullback. 101 touches is ridiculous. Like, if you have a very confident centre-back or very integral midfielders, they touch the ball over 100 times for dominant teams. This was our right back. That's quite freakish in number. It's quite impressive. He did make a couple of positional mistakes. It's the first game of the season. Yeah, he was fine.
And it makes a point. I don't believe there is a clash in kits. I honestly believe this is just to stop us wearing the white shirt. There is, mate, because the back of Brighton's shirt's virtually exclusively white. So, referee following 2 players running in the opposite direction, you know, there's a clash. Byrne was solid, to be fair. Yeah, he didn't have much against him, though, did he? Let's be honest.
He was solid, but was he better than Cher?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
That was my point.
Cher is a good player, says Kid. He is indeed. 5.5, harsh for Trippier. 6.5, 7 would be fine. Honestly, some of the ratings are just ridiculous and obvious. Clickbait says spacebar. I agree with that. Just look at Transfer News Live. Everything is about Man United. Yeah, the Austrian Peter Crouch wants to go there by all accounts.
Oh, Sasha Kalajic, him.
Yeah.
We've reviewed him on transfer shows. I'm a big fan of him. Big Austrian Peter Crouch. He's a cracking player.
You won't be
Very,
if he
very
goes
fun.
there. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm allowed to say these days.
Yeah, but I mean, good players going there, they'll have to fit into a very toxic atmosphere. At the end of the day, it's very evident their problem is in midfield. So that's fine. Keep signing strikers. It's not going to fix your problems.
Indeed, it's not. Alex, shamed is the right word because they've only underscored our players to get a tiny bit of attention. And that's shameful. So well done, says Toon Leroy. Couldn't agree more. Didn't he give the opposition manager lost game 2-0 the higher score than how?
I think he possibly did.
Wow.
I can't remember that. I'd have to check.
Shreky Attenborough, as I called him. Ray says, chat, if you see the spam on here, please help him reporting it. Press on the spam message and report. Thanks. Yep. Brilliant advice from Rachel. Thanks, Rachel. Lots of people saying, thinking of Paul, take care. Chris says, Craig Hope is as funny as Bob Hope. Anyway, we've come to the end of the show, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So we've had to do it on our own since Paul had his little mishap earlier. But we've got through it. Thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for, again, your support. It's fantastic. We love you all. And all the super chats and what have you. Fantastic. Thanks to all the mod squad again. Again, superb. Keeping things in hand. We love you all. I suppose I better get this on thing here, ready to go. So all that remains for us to say is good night. Have a great weekend. Hopefully we'll get 3 points tomorrow. there will be a watch along. Whatever happens tomorrow, if Paul can't do it, then I'll obviously step into his shoes, no problem at all. So there will be a watch along. So we'll just say good night away, the lads and lasses. Good night, guys.
Good night.
And we shall see you tomorrow at some stage.